Missouri coach Eli Drinkwitz expects a big performance on Saturday from Georgia's defense. Hey Dog Nation, I'm Brandon Adams. It's time for Know Your Opponent, presented by the Piedmont Bank. First of all, you'll notice I'm broadcasting here from my home once again, and my friends at the Piedmont Bank want you to feel at home. At one of their branches, they've got locations all across the metro Atlanta area, and they want you to understand they believe that the banking business is fundamentally a people-oriented business. So get to know them today. Check out Piedmont.bank. And now let's get to know Missouri a bit, as Eli Drinkwitz, the Tigers coach, met with the media this week. And when he looks at Georgia, he sees a challenge for his team. Part of that comes by way of the UGA defense. Drinkwitz this week reminding us that Dan Lanning will return back to his home state of Missouri on Saturday, and he will bring with him a defense that has given the Tigers some problems already this season. This is what Eli Drinkwitz said about that this week.
Dan Lanning, their defensive coordinator, I think he does an outstanding job. I believe he went to William Jewell College in Kansas City, and I believe he's from the state. I know it's going to mean a lot for him to come back here and put together a good performance. They are a clone of the Alabama defense, and we've had problems with Alabama and with Tennessee and South Carolina. Georgia's got the same defensive philosophy as those guys, and I'm sure they're going to copy a lot of those things that gave us problems. And so, we're going to have to find some answers there. Those are the three games offensively that we really didn't play that well in.
Obviously, that would be good news for Georgia to have a big performance on Saturday, given some of the Bulldogs' struggles against good offenses already this season. On the other side of the ball, it seems that Missouri is getting fully acquainted with new Georgia quarterback JT Daniels. Daniels will make his third start in his Bulldogs career on Saturday in Columbia, Missouri, and Drinkwitz and the Tigers know they've got to be ready for anything when it comes to him.
Is it a different challenge? Yeah, it's a different challenge because anytime you have a new quarterback who's got game experience underneath him, then there's going to be a challenge to figuring out how to stop him. One of the benefits of film is that you get to see other people try things and figure out, okay, that gives them problem, that doesn't give them problems. This fits into our scheme. And there's just not a lot of tape on JT. We know he's a tremendous talented quarterback, so we'll have to hunt and peck and make in-game adjustments until we figure it out.
Of course, for as dynamic as Daniels has been thus far as UGA quarterback, what Drinkwitz sees, and as a great offensive mind himself, he would know this, when he looks at the Bulldogs, is the impact that Todd Monken is making on the UGA offense. And as Drinkwitz explained this week, it's really the time that Monken spent in the NFL, crafting his craft there that could make the difference for UGA on Saturday. More of Eli Drinkwitz on that subject.
Coach Monken spent the previous 4 or 5 years maybe in the NFL, and you can see a lot of that flavor as far as motions, play actions, divider reads by the X and Z receiver. I think they do a great job of stretching the field vertically, taking free access. JT Daniels obviously has pretty good command of when they go in motion. Does it soften the coverage? Does it allow him to create a one-on-one? Does he need to hand the ball off? Does he need to check to something quick? And so it's dynamic for sure. Obviously, if you can stop the run and put him in a situation to pass, we have the ability to better disguise what we're trying to do on defense. So that's the cat and mouse game. But I think the reason why it's been so successful, I think, is no doubt because of Coach Monken and his NFL influence.
For Georgia, this game against Missouri made more interesting for a couple of reasons on Saturday. It is later in the year than Georgia would typically be going to a place this far north. That means colder temperatures, and it's also a chance for Georgia to take on another top 25 opponent, as the Tigers did enter the college football playoff rankings last week at number 25. Kickoff is at noon on Saturday. Hope you enjoyed the game, and we'll see you back here again next week for Know Your Opponent, presented by the Piedmont Bank.